Charleston White. Do we think that Charleston White is a sellout? Do we think that Charleston White is saying the wrong thing when he talk about black culture? Do we think that about Charleston White? Do we think that he's wrong in what he's saying? I don't like the things that he said about the baby. I don't think that, when you making remarks about people who have been slain, I don't think that that's a good thing. I think it's terrible. But at the end of the day, when you look at what Charleston White is when you look at what Charleston White is talking about, you are looking at Charleston White talk about perverse culture. At the end of the day, everybody, I had a spat on Facebook. Everybody is so mad about what he said about this young child, but nobody's mad about the conditions that the young child was raised in. Nobody's upset at the type of music. Nobody's mad at the type of culture that these people are growing up in, that they're raised and rendered in. Nobody's upset at that. Everybody just hears clickbait clips, and then we feel some type of way about it. But nobody is upset. Absolutely no one is upset at the culture that has grown the behavior that we're seeing. Look at here at the Houston Rodeo. I ain't never seen that many YNs out and about just fighting at the Houston Rodeo. They fighting at the Houston Rodeo. So we got people that think that Charleston White is a sellout. I think y'all just voting. We got people that think Charleston White is a sellout. I don't think he's a sellout. I think Charleston White is exposing poor culture. I think Charleston White is exposing poor, perverse culture. And so, what do you expect? How do you expect perversion to be met? He's meeting perversion with perversion. He's calling out poor behavior with poor behavior. How we don't see that? I don't know what the rapper. I'm not gonna speak on that, but I despise street culture. I think street culture and criminality and the gangster rap era and all that was the worst thing that ever happened to our people. I think it's absolutely the worst thing to ever happen to our people. Um, I don't think, which I have to understand is he's already said that before. He's already spoke ill on other people before. When you say he's old enough to know better, but what is he talking about? We get so it's just like the 1994 crime bill that everybody keep crying about. Well, we wasn't selling crack. We wouldn't have had to worry about the 1994 crime bill. We know that they put crack in the neighborhood. We know, yes, they did. That is not a conspiracy theory. But that don't mean that we had to go out there and sell no crack. It's the same thing with all the gangster music and all the street. Look at all these street guys and how they get in the streets and they just taunt the streets all day. Charleston White is not the only person to taunt the dead. A lot of these rappers end up slain because they were taunting the dead. What you got? Julio Fulio. Look at him. Look at all these rappers that go out here and just taunt the dead. Go to grave sites. They go to grave sites and desecrate the graves. They go to grave sites and desecrate the graves. And we sitting up here talking about what Charleston White then talked about, but we not even talking about the conditions that our people are in. We not up here talking about the condition that our people are in. So we mad at Charleston White, but we not mad at the condition. Make that make sense. We mad at Charleston White, but we not mad at the condition. The condition is bad. The condition that our people are living under is bad. You know, these guys do get in these rap songs and pretty much talk about all sorts of nonsense, criminality, street behavior. They do talk about running off on the plug. They do talk about robbing people. They do talk about all sorts of things. They talk about all sorts of things in their music. They talk about shooting up uh people houses with kids in it and all sorts of things. That's in the music. We don't like to be called out for our perverse culture, but I've said it over and over again. We don't like to get called out for our perverse culture, but it's a very perverted culture. And what people need to understand is the systemic racism already worked because we can't see that. We can't see that. We got politicians, people representing us that could come address the issues of the inner city and things that situations that primarily affect people of our color, but we don't. So I don't, I what hasn't Charleston White said? Like he said, this is nothing different than what he said, what he's been saying. At the end of the day, what is he sandwich? What is he sandwich in between all of the clickbait character, in your face, wild commentary that he gives? What is he saying? What is he sandwiching in between that? Some information. Cause I seen his Instagram live and some of the clips on YouTube already. They going out. I seen his Instagram live. I seen uh what he was saying, and it's like, well, listen to what he's saying. Everybody overreacts on this guy. Oh, he's a snitch. Oh, everybody, even people that ain't even in the streets are making it seem like, oh, we gonna stay away from Charleston White. I don't respect Charleston White, but he's calling out the culture. He's calling out the cult. He's continuously calling out the culture, and I see that and I understand that. And a lot of people haven't grown up in the culture really. They haven't grown up in the inner city.